Good morning. Welcome to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Diana Rich, and I'm joined in the studio with our producer, Nick Steffens. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning.
How's it going?
It's going.
Not out on the links today playing golf with the men's chamber days, I see.
I'm not. I'm kind of upset about it.
Do you golf?
Yes, but not well.
Okay.
If that.
If somebody asked you to golf, would you go golfing?
See, that's my problem because people ask me, "Oh, do you golf?" And I say, "Oh, yeah." And they're like, "Oh, we need to get the links together." And they're like, someone that actually golfs.
Yeah.
And then I get very anxious because I'm more of I need a mulligan every hole. That type of golfer. I'm more. I go out to have a beer with my friends, not to see how good of a game I can play.
So maybe a 4-person best shot is your jam because
that's true. So I guess I probably would be better with this tournament because it's it's a team and it's
not a lot of pressure on you. All right. This morning we are going to be talking about some local events happening in Washington this weekend. But first, let's take a look at the weather. It is 64 degrees and mostly sunny. Really a gorgeous morning outside. I played in the women's chamber day yesterday, and it was hot. It was very still out. It was very warm. And I woke up this morning, and it's a much cooler day.
Yeah.
So.
And you defended your title.
We did. We got first in the ladies' chamber day yesterday. Like I said, though, we purchased the mulligans and all the things that we could to help our score.
I knew about purchasing the mulligans, but you're telling me that there's ways that you can get pretty far ahead on your score.
Yes, yeah.
There was the rolling of the dice.
Yep, you can pay $5 to roll a die, and whatever you roll is the score you get, or you can pay $20 to get a hole-in-one on a par 5 hole. So it's kind of
it's a pay to.
If you want to be in the running, I feel like you got to pay the $20. So, and it's a fundraiser, so of course we did that. And then,
what does it all go to? Do you remember?
Yeah, the chamber has scholarships they do every year, and then it just kind of goes in the general fund to help with the different events. So, nope, it was a great event yesterday. They had 3 tee times, which I'm assuming they do for the men also. We teed off at 8 a.m. I usually play 18. I only played 9 holes. It's a 9-hole tournament. You can pay to play multiple times. Only played 9 holes, and then I worked the rest of the day. So it was kind of a little bit of a damper to
I feel like
start the day with golf and then go work.
I couldn't go to play golf at 8 a.m. and then go to work right after.
Yeah, I kind of felt like I was kind of in a wah-wah mood because it was just denying the inevitable, but that's all right. Lesson learned. Next year, I will take the whole day off and we will golf 18 holes. So, although I was glad I was not golfing in the afternoon because it got warm. So, anyways, talking about chamber days, the men's chamber day is happening today, as I mentioned, going on at the Washington Golf and Country Club. Probably too late to join in the festivities. But you can stay tuned to kind of hear how people did, and there's always next year.
Yeah, and if you're watching live, you can just rush out to the golf course and watch, right? Is it kind of like a PGA where it's everyone's wrapped around?
Not quite like that, but the golf course does have a really nice patio. People could get cooler drinks. I'm sure they could use some extra volunteers always, and so yes.
If we had more equipment, I would like to do interview the golfers, have a nice.
That would be fun.
Broadcast, do what they do at Augusta and put the bird chirping, make it all fake.
Yes.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
All the bird chirping when you watch the Masters, it's all
fake.
It's speakers.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
I think if you go out to the golf course, what you hear on speakers is 90s rap music going on today or something. LJ Roth has they're a whole sponsor on hole number 2, and they were playing really great Spotify channel. I don't know if it was 90s rap, but it was it was playing.
I didn't know if it was someone just walking with a Beats pill.
No. Just no chirping birds.
Okay.
No. So, all right. Well, let's see here. What else is going on in Washington? We have the Wizard of Oz, which starts tonight at the Washington Community Theater here. With music and lyrics by Harold Arlen and E.Y. Hareberg, background music by Herbert Stothart. Follow the Yellow Brick Road in this delightful stage adaptation of L. Frank Baum's beloved tale featuring the iconic musical score from the MGM film. The timeless tale in which young Dorothy Gale travels from Kansas over the rainbow to the magical land of Oz continues to thrill audiences worldwide. Tickets are $18 for adults and $12 for students. Tonight, the 16th at 7:30. Tomorrow night, also at 7:30, and then Sunday at 2:30. And then the following weekend, 23rd, 24th, and 25th, I believe it is also showing at those same times. So I've seen some teasers on Facebook, and I think the cast is like ages 4 to 75 years old or something like that.
And it's a huge cast. It's like 100 and some people are involved. I think the cast is like 75, but then like 100 some people involved. It's impressive.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be a pretty cool production. So people should mark their calendar to get out there on one of those dates. Have you ever been in any place, Nick?
So I had a speech impediment growing up.
Oh, yes.
And so for a summer thing, like summer enrichment, like which was summer school for smart kids, I had to do a play. And I don't know if it was Rumpelstiltskin or Rapunzel, but I was the Prince Charming in that because I was the only guy in the entire thing. And then in college I did a few plays.
Gotcha. Cool.
But I couldn't do what those people where it's like you have to memorize all the lines and like the choreo. I couldn't do that.
I think there's something for everybody, but
yeah,
Washington Community Theater has done some cool productions over the last several years. And as a kid, I was in, now I'm not gonna be able to think of it. Alice in Wonderland. I think my brother was in, and then there was one, I can't think of it, where there's like orphans and
Little Orphan Annie. Maybe. Oliver Twist.
Nice. Yes, Oliver Twist. And I think I was just like a townsperson. Like,
yeah, I think
nothing important.
My sisters did community theater, and I think one year was Beauty and the Beast, and they were like the Fork. Like they.
Oh, hey,
So I don't really come from a line of actors.
That's fun. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing this and seeing pictures and all the kind of the stuff on social media after the play hits. But there's been some fun teasers out there already. So, so we've got that going on. But first, before we continue with some of the other events happening this weekend, I'm going to take a segue to the police report. And we're going to go through that. 19 traffic calls, 4 calls for suspicious activity, 4 property lost and found, 3 animal calls, 3 warrant arrest calls for a total of 65 calls in the police report. First one here, we have disorderly conduct in Washington. Reports a subject is yelling at her inside choices. Requests an officer.
Oh.
Officers responded. Subjects left prior to officers' arrival.
I'm an idiot. I thought she was yelling about the woman's like interior decorating, not
the choices she was making at her house.
Well, I meant like, does it mean inside choices? Like, the place across the street?
Oh.
Or does it mean her interior decorating?
114 West 2nd Street. I think choices is on 2nd Street.
That's my bad. I thought someone was yelling about interior decorating, not.
Reports the subject is yelling at her inside choices.
Yes. You see the confusion?
Oh yeah. Well, so, when the police report is in all capital letters.
Yeah, there's
no. You don't know that choices is a location.
Is it what noun? Proper noun? Is that what a proper noun?
Yeah. So, all right. Very good.
Misunderstanding.
Moving on. Public intoxication in Wellman. Caller reports they received information that a resident is getting drunk at North Park on a motorized scooter. 9215 responded and disregarded 9220. Subject had returned to the facility, and they will call if there are any issues tonight.
I gotta admit, that sounds kind of fun, being on one of those scooters and, I don't know, doing donuts in the parking lot or something.
Yeah. Wild Thursday night, huh? And we have a welfare check in Washington. Reports there's a subject hunched over in the front seat of his truck in Sunset Park. Truck is running with the lights on. 106 spoke to the subject. Everything is fine.
We have these calls once a week of people just having crises in their vehicles.
Do you think he was just trying to take a nap?
Yeah, it's either a nap or people are just going through like a midlife crisis and people call the cops.
Just trying to hide.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We have some calls from the Iowa City Police Report, which is far from my favorite. But the first call in Iowa City, 30 to 40 kids on Clinton Street in front of Buffalo Wild Wings shooting at people with BB guns.
I highly doubt that number.
30 to 40 kids.
I highly doubt that number.
Yeah. That would have been on KCRG.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been big. Because BB guns, that hurts, right?
Yes, my brother shot me with BB guns several times. They do hurt.
Oh, dear. Another call in Iowa City. Homeless people keep coming to apartment or appointment and trying to get friend who is recently out of rehab to use drugs.
That's the peer pressure that we were all warned about in like middle school, high school. That never happened, but happened to this guy.
Yeah. Another call in Iowa City. Husband really sweaty. That's unfortunate.
It has to be sweaty enough to the point of calling the police.
Yeah. Well, it has been warm out. Probably doesn't warrant a call to the police. Last call in Iowa City. Sorry, wrong number.
How do you exit like 411? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Is it 511 DOT?
Yeah, and 411 is like if you're going to be doing some digging in your yard, you want to call and see where things are. But like, I feel like you probably don't accidentally.
Because the 9's
911.
Because the 9's like in the corner. Yeah, I don't know how they could.
Wrong number. Well, there you have it, folks. The police report never disappoints. Actually, it doesn't.
Yeah. Sometimes it can be a little disappointed in the residents of Washington County.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to head to commercial break. And when we get back, we'll talk about a couple other events that are happening in Washington.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
When you aspire to be a dancer, you are both an artist and an athlete. Your strength combines with beauty and grace seamlessly. Your efforts result in enhanced coordination, the ability to cooperate and compromise with others, and the confidence to perform in front of an audience. Not to mention the fun you will have and the lifelong friendships you will develop. We are enrolling now for fall classes, and we would love to see you shine like the star that you are. Join us for Dance and Tumbling at Stairway to the Stars. Please visit our website for online registration.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
Hey Andrea, what did the triangle say to the circle? You're pointless.
Welcome back to Washington Live. I'm your host, Diana Rich. We've just been chatting about The Wizard of Oz that's happening this weekend, and then other things going on. And we've got a couple of other events that are happening this weekend that I was going to run through for you. But last night, I stopped by Demon baseball game on the way home from taking my kid home from basketball, and we stopped and watched the end of the baseball game. That was very exciting.
Did they win?
They won by 1. They were, don't quote me on all of this, but when I got there in like the 5th inning maybe or 6th inning, they were winning 5-4, and then they went up 6-4 into the top of the 7th, and Fairfield scored 4 runs to go up 8-6. And then the bottom of the Then they got out of it, and the bottom of the 6th, Demons came back, tied it, and Isaac Vetter hit a walk-off. And
nice.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I think, Isaac was on the coach's show, not this last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before that.
Yeah.
So, good kid.
I saw his name over here on this the sheet, so it made me think of it. Anyways, it was really exciting because it was like they were winning, and then they were losing, and then so it was fun to watch kind of the momentum swing. And
I've been debating at what age is it okay for me to like start going back to baseball games without looking like the wash up who's like.
I think like you feel that way and nobody else does.
That's true. But because I feel like if I go back as like a sophomore in high school, then it's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
But now I feel like it's fun.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think they appreciate your sport. Okay, so we mentioned Wizard of Oz. That's exciting. Chamber Days is happening. That's something fun going on. This Sunday, the 18th, Father's Day. For all of you out there, get your Father's Day cards picked out before Sunday. At noon, a free event happening at the United Methodist Church, which we talked to Dan and Pastor Anthony earlier this week about this Juneteenth and Father's Day celebration going on there. So June 18th is Father's Day, as I mentioned, but is also the day before Juneteenth, which is the national holiday recognized by the United States to celebrate freedom from slavery. Washington for Justice, in partnership with the United Methodist Church, will host a double-hitter event on the 18th. The public is invited to join together in a traditional Juneteenth potluck meal that will feature barbecue and delicious sides typically of a Juneteenth celebration. The potluck will start at noon. Then at 1 p.m., there will be a premiere showing of a videotaped interview with Mr. George Devon, father of the pastor of the United Methodist Church, Anthony Devon. This interview was taped last December and highlights the life and times of George, who is now 93 years young. He has been a Washington resident for 40 years. You won't want to miss this special Father's Day presentation. For more information about the potluck, please call the United Methodist Church office at 319-653-5446 or Becky Widmer at jbwidmer@hotmail.com. So I think that'll be pretty neat event.
I'm hoping to stop by on Sunday. I'm like debating because when did Pastor Devon say the church service was? It was like
10.
Was it 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was kind of like a gap.
Well, because if it was 9 a.m., I was like, then I have to like get up and
I think 9 was Sunday
get
school.
dressed nice. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I think I might be a little too old to go to the Sunday school. Yeah. But I was like, then I gotta get. Because I had to drive the 30 minutes and then 35 minutes. Yeah. And I was like, do I really want to do it? I think I'm going to go to the potluck for sure. But then I'm also anxious because I had to bring something.
Yeah.
And I have no idea. I know they said they brought they made a list of like traditional.
Well, let's call Becky right now. Let's call her up.
That's true. But that's like, when's if I bring something like someone else has brought it and then theirs is better than mine?
Nobody will care. Even if you show up with nothing. No,
I can't be that person. Even like be the person that shows up with napkins or something.
Yeah.
Like sometimes that person does come in clutch because someone forgot napkins,
right.
But then you're just the person that didn't bring food.
Yeah. I feel like you can't go wrong with like brownies.
That's true. But then do I get store bought or do I make them at home? And if I make it at home, I got to hurry up and do that tonight. And it's just, I think I'm way overthinking this.
There's a lot of things you got to think through. What are you going to wear?
Exactly. Because it's like, I want to wear something nice for the church service. And it's like, am I going to want to sit in that the entire time, like through the potluck and then into the like video?
I feel like you're acting like me right now. You're just totally overthinking the situation.
Yeah, I'm just over I think too much about
my public appearances. Well, I think you should go because I want to hear about it. We're busy on Sunday, but I think it sounds really.
And like I'm going fly fishing tomorrow, so I'd be like coming back from like a fly fishing trip. It's like I like pack for fly fishing, but I also have to pack for like nice church clothes, which is a weird dynamic.
Yeah,
can't mix them.
Where are you fly fishing?
Somewhere in Northeast Iowa. I don't know.
Just a day trip.
Just a day trip with Cole Smith, the Riverside city administrator. We're gonna head up there. He knows the spots. I don't know. I don't even have my fishing license yet.
Do you fly fish?
No, I fish. Don't know how to fly fish, and that's the point of this trip.
So this might be as good as your golf game.
It's a little
too far.
That's a little too far. There's no mulligans in fly fishing, I don't think.
All right. Well, next Monday could be pretty exciting. We could hear about the Juneteenth celebration and
I might be
fly fishing.
A lot of cuts.
Yeah.
hopefully I make it back alive.
Or some eye protection.
Yeah.
Protect those eyes. And then on Monday, June 19th, on Juneteenth itself, there's a Juneteenth event at the library at 6:30, and refreshments will be served. So that's another opportunity to take part of the Juneteenth festivities going on in Washington. So I think that's all we have for local events. Anything I'm missing?
I think we get to play each other in the birthday game. I promise I haven't looked at birthdays.
Okay,
So
sounds good. I'm in. But first, National Day.
Well, we had commercial. How about we do commercial?
Commercial.
Come back, National Day.
The suspense might kill them. Stay tuned for National Day.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
You know, it's not a question of what all you have and so on with your life. It's who is in your life and how much you care for them and how much they care for you. And Tammy definitely cares.
I met Tammy about 20 years ago when her daughter was in Special Olympics and I was coaching. Told me that she was into doing senior benefits. We became even closer friends. She cares about everybody, especially the seniors. So call her.
Welcome back to Washington Live. I'm your host, Diana Rich, joined in the studio with Nick Steffens. And we've been talking about all the things going on this weekend here in Washington. And Nick's trying to figure out what he's going to take to the Juneteenth celebration. He just got a text
From Dan Henderson. He said, send me your email. I'll send you the Juneteenth recipes.
All right,
So
perfect. So
I'm golden.
stay tuned. The suspense is going to kill everybody until Monday to find out what he made for the potluck.
I'll make sure I'll take pictures.
pictures.
Yeah, I'll take pictures.
Food eats first, always.
Yep.
Okay. So today is June 16th. It is my golden wedding anniversary. So
Yes.
here, I should have brought my husband.
Oh,
Should've
that would have been a great guest.
Oh, man. I should have thought about that a few hours ago, but oh well. So today is June 16th, and Father's Day is this Sunday. And today's National Day is
Casey Day,
National Casey Day.
which is supposed to be to celebrate people named Casey
Yeah.
or KC. But since we live in Iowa, I think it's an excuse to get Casey's Pizza.
Yeah, I'd say so. Do you know anybody named Casey?
I went to high school with a kid named Casey McCain.
Okay.
McCain. I can't remember.
Yeah, I know a few people named Casey,
I think that's the only Casey I know.
but I'm down for National Casey's Pizza Day.
Yeah, we should submit that.
Casey's, I hope you're listening. We do accept
Sponsorships in our
like-
payment in free pizza.
We'll eat pizza on air, and it will be lovely. What's your favorite Casey's pizza? Speaking of
Breakfast.
Breakfast pizza, sausage or bacon?
Bacon. When I used to do some work up in Iowa City, cleaning houses and apartments out, and so I would get a Red Bull and the Casey's pizza because they'd always have a deal on it, and that meal has a place deep in my
I will
heart.
say the Casey's app. Do you have the Casey's app?
I don't give
It
me.
motivates me to make decisions.
That's a can of worms because Jade's like, you have to get this app for Target. You have to get this app for Casey's because there's these rewards. But then she ends up getting something. Like when we went down to St. Louis, I got one of like the Starbucks iced coffees that come in like the cans.
Yeah.
And so she's like, oh, well, the Casey's app says if we get one, we get one free. So then she got a Starbucks like iced espresso,
Yeah.
but then she didn't even like it and didn't want it. And so I was like, then why do you like, this is the problem with the apps. They make you buy things you don't
Yeah.
and
That is the truth.
they like make you spend more money.
Yeah.
Because you try to get the deals.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's why
Guilty.
that's why I am anti-downloading
Against
apps.
it. I really like the barbecue. I know you didn't ask me, but I'm gonna tell you anyways.
Yeah, well, yes.
I like the barbecue brisket pizza from Casey's. Have you tried it?
I did once.
You didn't like it?
The problem was I ate it in my car like over a lunch break, and it was just like
It's a messy one.
Yeah.
We also love the chicken bacon ranch pizza, but
That's a good
we go
one.
flatbread crust. Have you had a flatbread
I
crust?
didn't even know they did flat.
So flatbread
But
crust,
sounds good.
and they cut it in squares, and it's delicious. But I know some people are against square cut pizzas.
Well,
But this
Jade
is
just like
delicious.
kind of cuts the pizza not into like squares or triangles, just kind of Picasso's
Those, yeah,
it. So I've seen worse.
kind of fun. Yeah, so I'd say you should try the beef brisket pizza on flatbread or chicken bacon ranch flatbread. And I would agree with you. There's nothing quite as good as Casey's breakfast pizza.
It's with a Red Bull.
Prefer my Red Bull with vodka.
That's
That's
fair.
All right.
In the morning.
All right. So you're welcome, Casey's, for a little shout out on National Casey Day.
Yes.
And now,
Famous.
famous birthdays.
Yes. I don't need to explain the rules. I know you know this. The first celebrity, I know you know them well. It is rapper TK47.
Why do you think I know this person? Never seen him before in my life.
He got famous because the day he released his song, his debut song about committing illegal activities, there was then a release of a manhunt for him for said illegal activities, and so there was this prolonged 3-month long hunt by the FBI for this person.
Oh, is he in jail?
He is now in jail, serving 55 years, and this is him on trial for a second murder.
And he's wearing braces.
He's
so
wearing-
he must be young.
Yes.
Okay.
That is another part of the reason why he became famous, because of how
All
young he
right.
was.
I will go 19.
I kind of have the advantage on this one. I think he's my age, so I'm going to say 22.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't know his real name. TK47 is 23.
Oh, so you get a point.
So I get 1 point.
Okay.
Next up, we have Daniel Brühl, famous German actor. I don't know if you watch the Marvel shows or movies. Inglourious Bastards.
Okay. He does look familiar.
He's like, if you want a German actor in America, you just cast him.
Okay.
He's like, I was going to say he's like the modern day Hasselhoff minus the abs.
Minus that.
He's just like he's just the token German person that gets thrown into all the American movies.
All right. I'll go 52.
I think that's a good guess. I'm going to go 50. Daniel Brühl is 45.
Oh, man. I almost
Neither
went
of
with
us got a point on
49,
that
but that wouldn't have helped me either.
Next up, we have John Cho from Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. This is what I remember him from. Could not tell you what else he's in. I know the Harold and Kumar movies. That's all I know.
Oh, man. I feel like he's going to be older than he looks like he is, but
Yeah.
he looks distinguished, but also young. I'm going to go 53.
I think I'm going to just stick with 50. John Cho is 51.
All right.
So do we both
You
get
each get a point.
So we're at 2-1 going
Yep.
into the last person who unfortunately does not have any flattering photos of himself. He kind of, Phil Mickelson, kind of bringing it around to golf again. He kind of always has crazy eyes.
Yeah, this is very intense.
And that's what they all look like. He looks intense in all of his photos.
Jeez. I feel like I should know how old he is, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 63.
See, I want to go old like that because he's been around my entire life.
Yeah.
Oops. You said 63?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 65.
Yeah. I feel like I should have gone 67.
Phil Mickelson is 53. Sorry, Phil. Sorry.
Hope you're not tuning in today.
Yeah.
Could be a little disappointing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I think we thought he was young. But he's
just been around forever.
But he's been around for so long. Yeah. So good for him. Have you been keeping up with the PJ Live drama?
No, I haven't.
I have no idea what
I read a headline here and there on Twitter and Instagram, and then I'm like, I'm not exactly sure.
And then there's like a third league joining that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah. No,
this is what I'm talking about when it's like, oh yeah, I play golf, but I'm not like, I need to watch every weekend.
I hate watching golf. I do. I do hate that. So, all right. What other business we have to take care of today, Nick?
None.
That's all the business.
That's all the business.
All right. Very good. As always, thanks for joining us on Washington Live. If you have any ideas of guests or topics you want to hear us talk about on Washington Live, email us at washialive@gmail.com. And if you're interested in advertising, please contact Julie at the Southeast Iowa Union. And thanks for tuning in today. And we hope you have a great weekend.